Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Excel snippet. This is video number 2 on how to create a calendar table manually. In our video number 1, we saw how to create them without using a manual intervention. We just used the menu option to create them. Now I'm going to create the same table without using the design option to do so. So as we already have the table with us, so let's go back to the table and see how we can create them. To go to the calendar table that I've added to my data model, I'll go to Power Pivot and then I'll click Manage. When I click Manage, automatically it takes me to the table 1 that I have uploaded earlier, and based on that I have created the calendar table for us. This time I'm not going to use the design function to create them. Instead, I'm going to create them manually one by one. Here, when I get into the Power Pivot window, the formula that we are about to use belongs to DAX functionality. DAX stands for Data Analytic Expression Function. In my table 1, I have only the dates here. I'm about to create the following component, like I'm going to create a year and a month in numbers, a month in text, and then a day, and then week number, as well as the quarters in it. Let's see how to create that. To create the new column, so I'm going to create a calculated column here called year. I'm going to rename the add new column as year and give an enter. Then it automatically shows you a formula bar on top, and there you can see that it gives you an equals and it starts with the formula for us. So now once I get that year column added to my list, so I'm going to place the cursor in the formula bar and give year, and then I'm going to select the date column here and close the bracket. As my name of the sheet is table 1, so it says table 1 date, and give an enter. It automatically populates my year. As I don't have multiple years here, it's going to show you the year called 2020. Whatever the function that I use in a normal Excel, I'm about to use the same function in most of the occasion when it comes to the DAX function also. So now I'm going to add the month number here. So again, I'm going to rename the add column name called month number, and then it automatically pops up and shows a equal symbol in my formula bar, and I'm going to add month, and then I'm going to again select the date field here and then close the bracket and give an enter. It automatically pops up and gives you what month number is. If you are working in Excel, for example, if I want the month name to be mentioned here, so I'm going to again add a new line here called a month name here. So if I want to add a month name to my data using a DAX functionality, in Excel we use text function to bring that list. I'm about to use another function in DAX function which is called as format here. Again, whatever the function that text function does, the format function is also going to do the same, only the formula is changing here. So I'm going to just add a format here, and I'm going to select the date column here and give a comma and double quotes. I'm going to hit the month 4 times to get the complete month name here. If I want a abbreviated month name, I can add it for 3 months. Anyway, I will show you how I'm going to do that in our next column. When I give an enter, now it gives you all the month name here. Now I'm going to add the next logic called I want month and the year next to next. So what I can do right now is I want the month to be first, and then the month and year comes next. So I'm going to rename them as month here, month and year. So I'm going to just rename them like this, and I'm going to use the same formula whatever I've used in my previous cell. So I'm going to come back to my formula here. Once it adds the month and year for me and it gives you an equals there, but I'm going to use the same formula here, but later on I need a month here, so I'm going to just come back here and say format. But this time I'm going to use only the excuse me, the month only for the first 3 values. That is, I want an abbreviated month here. Then once I give that, when I give a close bracket, and I want to add the year also, I'm going to add an and symbol here and add a year, and then close the open the bracket and add my date functionalities here, close the bracket. And if you want a space in between, you can do that. I'm adding a double quotes here and manually hit a space and add another ampersand to add the month and a date, and the month will be shown in an abbreviated format right now, and the year will be coming completely for me. So now I got my month and year, and finally the last column that I'm going to add right now is the quarter. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to add quarter here. I want a quarter number here, so I'm going to add quarter number. To bring in a quarter, I need a month number. That's why I created a month earlier. Usually we should create the quarter at first after the year, but to create a quarter number I really require a month number here, so that's why I'm just creating the quarter at last. So to create a quarter number, I'm going to use ceiling function here. If you don't know anything about ceiling function, you can refer my video on the basic series of my Excel where you can see how this can be used. And for this I'm going to take my month number here, then give a comma. I want all my months to be calculated or rounded to 3 here, and then I'm going to divide that by 3 so that it gives you the quarters value for me. Now I want to add a quarter in front of it, so I'm going to use concatenate. Again, whatever function that I use in Excel, I'm using the same logic here. I'm going to say double quotes quarter and then give a space, double quotes, then give a comma. So in this concatenate we cannot add more than 2 text functionalities. In normal concatenation I can add 255 different functionalities. Inside ax function I may be able to add only 2. If you have more than 1 or more than 2 component to be added in a concatenate inside ax function, you have to add more concatenate function as a nested concatenate function can be added here. So now I'm going to give an enter, and you can see that it automatically going to pop up all the quarters and it's going to give me the month according to the list here. So now if I just check out whether it is giving me correctly or not, so I'm going to just select the April month and give an OK and check what is the quarter that is going to display on the right. And now we can see that it's giving you quarter 2 automatically. So now I got all my default field that I require for creating a calendar function. I did a calendar function manually. This is how we build our calendar function. I can use them in a better way, so I'll show you how I'm going to use that in my later functions and how we're going to make use of it to the best possible way so that we can get a report out of it in a beautiful manner possible. Hope you have learned how to create a manual way of creating a calendar function. This is Vinod signing out from Excel Snippet. Do learn it, and if you didn't subscribe the channel, you are about to subscribe that, and once you subscribe it, please click the bell icon too. That allows you to get all my new videos added every day. This is my second video of the day. You'll be getting the next 2 videos tomorrow, and it is going to continue for the next 1 year non-stop. And you're going to learn a lot of new formulas. Tomorrow I'm planning to start with a formula, and I want to compare an OR function with an XOR function. Let's see how it's going to pan out for us. Hope you enjoy my video. Thank you so much. Do subscribe it and keep getting updated and stay updated. Thank you so much.